Hello everyone, I'm Giuseppe from Simulation Daily, and today we are doing another video of our Airport Walkthrough series for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We are visiting Stuttgart Airport in Germany by Aerosoft. As you can see, I'm in the flight deck of an A319, A319, A329, oh well, yeah, sure, A319. By Phoenix, and because this airport has a trick up its sleeve, let me show you. Okay, let's turn the other way. Let's open the door. And let's get out and disarm. Slides. Open the door. Yup. As you can see, it has one thing that I have advocated for a long time, and it is walkable jetways. You can even walk out of the jetway through the stair here. We'll see that later. Now we will start by going up the jetway. And even here it has another stair that goes down here. So you can absolutely access the apron from two different positions in the jetway, like it should be realistically. So we can walk up the jetway, take a look at the beautiful detail of the jetway, even just the spars. And we're right here, and the doors open in front of us. Just look at this. We have like opening doors depending on our presence, just when we're walking around here. And we have animated passengers just walking around the terminal. We are, of course, in the airside area of the terminal. And by the way, at the moment I am not sure when this airport will be released, because I am on a pre-release version of the airport. You have a nice bar here and beautiful big windows to which you can take a look at the apron. I am not sure when the airport will be released, because I'm on a pre-release version of the airport, provided by Aerosoft, of course. I'm recording these on the Thursday before FS weekend. At FS weekend there will be some sort of announcement, and we are supposed to wait for that announcement before showing you the airport. And when that happens, we'll probably know when the airport releases. As you can see, you can access the hallway that goes into the jetways, pretty much any gate, and you can access any jetway. All the jetways are accessible. They have their opening doors, very neatly made. So yeah, you will probably see in the article accompanying this video on Simulation Daily when the release date will be, because when I write the article I will know. You will see the article linked in the description, of course, of the video. But yeah, the level of detail of this airside area is really high. Like, they even have monitors that change the screen on them, and I really like the detail they've done with the walking passengers. That on this area, at least, they look pretty realistic in the way they walk around. So yeah, I really enjoy the level detail here. And of course, I have advocated for walkable jetways for forever. They have been pioneered, sorry, I was looking for the word, by MK Studios, but finally another developer jumped on board. So we now have, as far as I know, the third airport with walkable jetways. after Adelaide in Australia and Key West in the United States. So here we can see that they have put a lot of like detail, even just on having 3D signs. I like the fact that they have not put too many shops open. They tend to be awkward because people skip on the detail, and when they skip on the detail, they just put like 2D stuff in there, and it looks a little like awkward. Oh, look at this! Like, wow. Okay, they have lavatories here. They don't work, but you can. This is one of the few. I don't know, man. I don't know many airports in which you can actually access the lavatories. Sorry, doing my thing here. Okay. And just stop being a fool here. Yeah. Oh, don't forget to wash your hands before getting out. Oops. Alrighty. But yeah, just look at so many walking passengers walking around, which give the airport a very realistic feel, very lived in. I really like this. Okay, I'm not going into the ladies' washroom. I'm not going to be that. Just look at this bar. This is really nice. I like this. But yeah, it feels very lived in. It feels very realistic. Can we go down here? No, I think this is sealed. Yeah, there is a lot. Just this airside area, honestly, has more detail than a lot of whole airports out there. But as I was saying, I like the fact that they add a lot of these shops just closed with the like this, because if they are closed, you can make them look realistic with the blinders that go down, and you don't need to like trying to put some low resolution products in there that they look pretty unrealistic. Oh wow, we have a cargo a DHL cargo that's taking off, of course, because Stuttgart is a cargo hub on top of a passenger airport. See, I want to see if you can go down here. You can't. Okay, I'm literally exploring the airport with you because I've not seen most of it. I just had tested the walkable jetways before starting this video, so we'll discover it together. Yeah, of course the passengers they're not perfect because they clip with each other once in a while, but like that's such a small detail that I definitely don't blame them. Can you go down here? Nope, it's blocked too. Oh yeah, we can go out on this side through security. I suppose that wouldn't be the right way to go out, but we're still doing it because that's what we do. Yeah, so we are in the Landside area of the airport, all the check-in with departures and check-in and the even the security area is fairly nicely decorated, like and detailed. One thing that's I don't know why, like since they put all these people around, they could have put some security agents in there. And this is actually something that I've noticed in many airports that have 3D people. For some reason, they put a lot of passengers, but they forget to put in like the security people. Like even these check-in counters, they have no employees doing the check-in. If you put so much effort, I know this is a very, very, very small nitpick. So please don't take it as me like being super demanding. This is me just me saying, if they want to do even better, maybe put a little less passengers, but put some like ground crew and personnel and security agents, people that you would see at an airport. Another super small nitpick is that people, especially in Germany, they would not ever be allowed to just crowd the check-in counters like that. They would be lined up very neatly. I know, this is a nitpick. I'm nitpicking because, this is an airport made by Joe Erlend Sund. So, if you know Joe, you know that is going to be good. And by the way, this is just my opinion, personal opinion. As I say every time, this is not a review. The whole idea of this video is to show you the airport basically in its entirety, to let you decide whether it's good for it's worth your money or not. I'm not going to tell you should buy this. I'm not going to tell you 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 5 stars, whatever. Just gonna show you around, give you my humble opinion, like unfiltered. There is zero script here. I'm just literally going around exploring it and telling you how I feel moment by moment. And then you can make an educated decision on whether this airport is worth your money or not. Especially considering that in the end, airports are so subjective. Like, you can't really say, oh, this airport is fantastic, so you must buy it, simply because you may not be interested in flying to Stuttgart at all. You may be acceptable. You may accept a lesser detailed airport that is more fitting to what you want to fly. So in the end, all airport of almost of levels quality have a market and value, simply because they may be an important airport for you. But yeah, even here you can see these people that are just crowding the place without really lining up. That wouldn't happen, but nitpick. And here we have an abandoned suitcase. That's gonna be trouble in an airport. I love how, look at the level of detail, even at the roof. Just look at how big and detailed this check-in area is. Like, it literally feels like a real airport. I kid you not. Let's see if we can go upstairs, because that's an important part of Stuttgart Airport. Because it has a really, really nice observation deck. So let's see. Let's take yep. You can go up. You can go up the stairs here, and then like explore the area up here. If I read something in German again, please forgive me. My German is non-existent, so if I sound ridiculous, I apologize in advance. So I will go up here, and yes, there is. I can go up here, no problem. Look at here. Look at the detail of this area with like all the exhibition. See the terrace view, like the. Oh, does this actually work? Sorry, I need to check. Does this open at all? Yes. Can I go inside? Yes. Does it go down on its own? It's closing. Yes! Wow! Even the elevator works. This is not an unprecedented thing. Some other airport, for instance, by Pyrig, and you can get out here nicely. Pyrig, and you would be outside back in in the area here. SoFly also, I believe, made some usable elevators, and Orbix as well. So yeah, this is not unprecedented, but it worked really smoothly. So I like that. Just gonna go back up from the stairs though. I'm just gonna take another stair so you can see that you haven't explored before, so you can see how it is. But even just look at the view from here. Even from far away, the models don't really lose level of detail. And if you look outside through the window, you really see a realistic scenery. And I really like that. There is another elevator there, up there. So there is multiple working elevators, which is really nice. You go up here, back. Very neat. See, this elevator is working. This door here is closed. Because I imagine doors may be one way, I believe, because I see signs. Here it is. Yeah, this is gonna open. I expected this. So yeah, here we are on the famous observation deck of Stuttgart Airport. In the meanwhile, an Austrian Airlines A320, I believe, arrived. And one thing that also is fantastic, just these watches, all these watches are working. It is exactly 8:08 minutes in Stuttgart. So yeah, that works perfectly. And just look at the... I mean, I'm sure I'm saying something like so... Some people don't even notice, but look at that loudspeaker. Look at how rounded it is. Like, that is fantastic level of detail for these kind of things. You don't see it in every airport, definitely. Some airport, they would put like a solid object that doesn't really look like rounded like this. But they did this airport exclusively for MSFS 2024. And this is one reason why developers should really start making airports exclusively for MSFS 2024, because the Swiss is coming. Is it an A320? Probably, yeah, it looks like so. Because the modular system lets you create this level of detail that wouldn't be possible in MSFS 2020. Like, it works really well. Just look at the level of detail of that grille for the moving sunroof, which I believe it may actually be animated, if I'm not wrong. I will look at it later, but I think I've read something about it. I'm not 100% sure, but I will notice it. I will check it when I change the time of day later to show you the night lighting. I actually spent some time on this very balcony taking pictures. And the Swissair is parking. The signage is very nice, super detailed. And even these exhibition here with the Mil Me 2, I believe. It's a Mil Me 2, yes. And then there is this thing that I don't know what it is. Texan? Harvard 86G. I actually don't know this aircraft very well. And then here we have the Antonov AN2. They are detailed. They're not, of course, they're not as detailed as flyable aircraft, but they have a very nice level of detail, I believe, which is laudable. And here we are moving on to the next side of the airport. This one does not open up. Okay. Yeah, here it's just lively. I like it a lot. See, the time is moving correctly as it should. It is 8:11. And this is for all the clocks in the airport, not just one or two, like all of them. By the way, if you're wondering, those aircraft are not part of the airport. None of them is. They are just part of air traffic because I like to show airports with air traffic on. I use FSLTL models plus FS traffic models plus beyond ATC to move them around. Yeah, we have this nice little sitting area. I love it. It's lovely, really well made. I was saying this airport was made by Erlend Sund, and you know that the quality you can expect the baseline of quality from him. And honestly, does it open? Yes, it does. Honestly, this delivers. From what I've seen so far, it does. It is slightly heavy. I can see on my computer. You can see my specs in the description. It's not like a super duper cutting edge computer, but it's decent, and I'm ultra setting in the simulator 1440p. There is some stutters, but definitely playable, no problem. I'm using frame generation, but since I have a 14 series, I only use like normal frame generation. Like my video card is an NVIDIA 40 series, not 50 series, so I don't get like the latest frame generation technology. We have a McCafe here, McDonald's. With sign, they're very nice, very well made, very well detailed. You can go down the stairs here. It is very detailed. I like it. And here we are again in the Landside area. I am going to go explore on this side outside a little bit, and then we'll explore the apron and the runway, the taxiways. So you can go downstairs. Looks like no, you can't. I was wrong. Oh, maybe on this side. Oh, there is a sign that says don't go in here. Nope. This way maybe. Nope. That's weird. I thought it would be accessible. Maybe from the other side it is. We'll see later. For now, we'll just go outside. And the landside area, the parking area is really well detailed also. You can walk here without falling, which is lovely. I hate when airports look walkable, but they end up as soon as you get in certain areas you fall down. So here is an hotel which you can see as no real interior, but they actually put parallax in it, so you can basically pretend it looks like it has an interior. And there is a parking which is really nicely detailed, with like even just the fact that they took some time to make the signs 3D instead of just putting a texture. I like that. cars are pretty nice. They are not default models. Here we go into Terminal 1, which we visited before. I want to see if all the stairs that go down are inaccessible. Just a moment. Where is the staircase? There is a staircase here. Because they did do quite a bit of detailing here. Downstairs. It's not as detailed as the check-in area for sure. But no, it is blocked. Okay. Oh, this guy just disappeared into... Am I going to fall as well? No, just the NPC disappeared. Okay, so you can go here on this side with the bridge and these walkways here, so we can also see the area underneath here, which is pretty neat. It's pretty well made. I really like a lot more when developers actually textures the streets in front of an airport instead of just, you know, leaving the satellite imagery there, because it looks a lot better. And it's also like if you have a vehicle and you can just drive around a lot easier. So here we have some more hotels, Movenpick. Animated back flags, a radar in there which it doesn't move, looks like. Male Halle, I don't know what that is, but very well modeled. Let's go and take a look close by. Again, I don't speak German, so. Halle 4, so that's hall 4. Yeah, I have no idea what this is for, but it is very well modeled again. The level of detail does not really drop much. I am going to drop into this tunnel here. Does not really drop much, even if you get quite far from the airport. Of course, like not everything is perfect. Like here, you of course don't have the tunnel. You have just a black hole. But it is like everything that you can remotely see from the airport, even from far away. It does have beautiful modeling, which I do enjoy. DB, oh wait, Schenker. DB Schenker, is that like a station? DB is Deutschlandbahnhof, which is like the German railway. Is there a station here? I don't know. DB Schenker. I remember Schenker is something but I don't remember what it is. So it could be something else. I actually do not know, I'm sorry. There is some stairs there. I would not expect that you could climb the stairs. I would be extremely surprised if you do. Yeah, no, okay. I was like, my imagination was starting to run wild. Let's take a look at what's up there. With the free camera. Lap. Oscar Lap Halle. Definitely not a railway station. I am not going to walk all the way to the other side of these buildings, because that would take ages, and I am fairly sure you're not interested in looking at me walking for hours Rothaus. Okay, but by the way, you can see that there is some surrounding area buildings as well, like landmarks in the city down there, which is definitely a nice addition. I always love when developers like put some landmarks in the surrounding area of their airport. Like, look at those smokestacks, which likely are they're likely used for navigation and for orientation from the airport. Just look at this parking area. This is really well done. This is a very iconic parking silo outside of Stuttgart Airport, and they reproduced it with great detail. It's funny that Aerosoft made the Stuttgart Airport they decided to make Stuttgart Airport because I believe, if I'm not wrong, there is another McCafe here, very well detailed. Do they have? Can you actually see the menus? Yes, you can. Well, maybe a little bit like less. You can't read them, but you can see them. I was saying, Aerosoft actually did the default Stuttgart Airport that is a Microsoft Flight Simulator and was added to the original Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 with the Word Update Germany, and so they're basically competing with themselves. So there is a lot of parking silos and whatnot. So let's explore a little bit more on foot, on footsies. Yes, I know, resource usages exceed GPU memory. I'm quite eager to see what kind of gains we have in terms of GPU memory with the next sim update, which is supposed to have more optimization. So far, I have a 4080, so it's not like I have that little GPU RAM, but VRAM, but still, some airports handily surpass it, especially when I'm using air traffic, and I can't not use air traffic. I simply can't bring myself not to. It's too important for me. But you know, I always found the MSFS 2024 very playable, even when that message comes up. It's not a tragedy, so it doesn't bother me too much. I actually would really, really, honestly love to have an option to turn off that message, because yes, I understand. I can see it for myself that sometimes my PC is struggling. I can recognize it even without you telling me. So yeah, the signage is really good. Does that clock work as well, or this one is static? I think this one may be static. It is definitely. No, wait a second. It's not. This is actually working. I was confused for a moment because looks like the hour it doesn't stay in the middle between. Yeah, see, it's working. It just changed minute. So basically, the hour harm is always fixed on the hour tick. It doesn't go in the middle between them when the minute progress, but still it is working. Can you read this? No, I can't. Can I go inside from here so we can just go and explore the? Yeah, I get it. Not really. I get it. Resource usage exceeds GPU. Remember, I get it. You don't need to tell me over 5 minutes. So yeah, we can just go inside from here and take a look at some vehicles. There's some gourmet vehicles, like they are the Gate Gourmet. They are the catering vehicles, and then there are some more utility vehicles here. Very nicely detailed. Just look at these trucks. They're very nicely made. Mercedes, of course, because we're in Germany. So yeah. What are these? Are these like snow stuff? I actually do not know what this vehicle is for. But it is very detailed. So if you know, and they are all like branded and likely realistically designed after the ones that are used in Stuttgart Airport. So I am impressed by the level of details here. I do think they are snowplows. They have this thing in front. I actually do not know what this is for, but the snowplow looks pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, these vehicles really have a nice level of detail. I like that a lot. We're going to continue to explore here before we move on to the Apron. More snowplows. They really have a lot of snowplows. Some stairs. This is probably just a tractor for the cargo things. These garages are really nice. I love how they used a lot of like not photogrammetry, PBR to just make the windows like reflective. Really nice EcoBus from I believe they are the reproduction of the ones that they have in Stuttgart. Oh, I am singing a bit here. So that part of the thing is not elephant. So this is for the icing, I believe. Can I go up the stairs here? I doubt it. Yeah, I can't. They're not physical. I'm asking too much right now. Can I actually just cut through this gate here, or is it solid? Yeah, I can. Well, that solves the problem of how to go into the Vorfeld Forte West. I'm guessing that means gate, like Western Gate. Oh, that actually was not an A220, but it's an A320. That's Swiss Air. I don't know why when I see Swiss, I think it's always A220 nowadays. More buses. There is a lot of remote gates in Stuttgart Airport, so I'm not surprised that they have a lot of buses here. So yeah, as I was saying, here you can just climb here and go up. You don't even need the trick that you needed with the airports from by MK Studios. You can just go up. You don't need the left and right trick. You can see the Key West video to see what I mean. We have it on our YouTube channel. Yeah, nice, very nice. I like this. I just wanted to do to check something before I check the apron. I will skip here, and I will check back with you when I am back at something interesting, because we already saw this. Well, let's just do a really quick go from the gate to the exit of the airport, which just shows you just how walkable this airport is. Like, almost the entirety of the airport is walkable, and that is like top notch. This is what I believe the gold standard of an airport in MSFS 2024 should be. Like, at least the majority of the area of the terminals should be walkable, including the jetways. I believe that is what I would consider the gold standard nowadays for MSFS 2024, because why would you put so much effort into recreating the interior of the airport and then you do not still blocked here, and then you do not make it walkable? That makes no sense, right? And I believe a lot don't do that because they do them just compatible with MSFS 2024. They do like MSFS 2020, and then they have to make compromise between them. Let's see if I can jump down. Nope, I cannot jump down. So let me try to find a way to go downstairs from here, because I want to see the downstairs area of the arrivals. Because this is the departures, the arrivals are downstairs. So I want to see what did they do and what they didn't, basically. If they did anything. I mean, they already did a lot of work. Just look at even just this, the use of PBR in these railings. Like it feels really realistic, even just with these screen space reflections. It's nothing big or ultra technological, but it has a great effect. It sells it, really. Makes it feel very realistic. I think a lot of less top tier airports and developers that still have some ground to cover in terms of quality would really benefit from taking example from what top developers do with PBR, because PBR really sells in the airport. Even if the 3D models are not perfect, a good job in PBR sells the airport a lot more than maybe a lot more complexity in the 3D work. Because the 3D work, you may not see it from afar, but the PBR you noticed it. You notice it. It helps a lot in make it feel a lot more realistic. And I don't understand why some people really don't use PBR as much, if any. Some actually don't use it at all. It's not really difficult to use. Okay, so we are downstairs finally. Even downstairs, despite the fact that it's much less visible, it does have detail. It's well made. It's different kind of bus. Sondenfahrt. I have no idea where that is. Looks like all these buses go to Sondelfahrt. Oh, there is two different kind of buses. This goes into Switzerland? Why does it have a Swiss flag in place here? Well, I guess there may be a bus that goes to Switzerland. From here? I suppose? That's not it's not a small trip from Stuttgart to Switzerland, but whatever floats their boat. Okay, some Eurowings advertisement. Stuttgart is a pretty big hub for Eurowings. Okay, so here we have the entrance. Manfred Rommel, which is not the Rommel. Oh, you can enter from here. It's not the Rommel that is famous in World War II, by the way, if you're wondering. That was, I believe, Erwin Rommel. Manfred Rommel, I believe, was a politician in... So yeah, you can't climb here. So this area is not super detailed. You can enter from outside, but you can't climb from the downstairs area Which, I mean, makes sense considering that this area is not very detailed. So I'm going to just take that is that passenger that just sunk into the ground there. But yeah, here it's pretty empty. So I'm just going to go back to my aircraft and restart from there to check out the apron. Here we are back on our Lufthansa A319. You can see from here upstairs there is the observation deck with the Antonov AN2. So let's get that back up. Say bye to my charming first officer, and then get back out from the stairs here so we can check out the apron. By the way, right now it's not working because I have not activated it, but all the gates have VGDS by Aerosoft itself, which not many know, but Aerosoft was the first airport developer that implemented its own VGDS in MSFS. So yeah, here they have the disability bus that just brings people in wheelchairs up to the aircraft. I love this little livery they have. This Lufthansa special livery for the A319 with the duck pilot. That's really cute. Probably have seen it in the cover of in the featured image of this video, because that's what I'm gonna put, because it's nice. Yeah, if you look, the vehicles are really nice. They have a lot of variety. They have police vehicles, service vehicles. They have everything. Polizei, that's a police vehicle. See, even here, the arrival area here, it is modeled. It doesn't have as much. These actually are, I believe they are the ground gates. They're not arrivals. These are departures that you can just. Can you get inside? Oh yeah, you can. You can just clip through. Is there an actual door that you can go get outside from here, maybe? Nope, that's not a door. Is there any actual doors, or just you can just go through the wall, I suppose? Yeah, these are the gates downstairs that people just go to the buses from here. So let me just explore this a bit. Can you actually walk upstairs from here? No, you can't. But there is still a fair level of detail here, so they don't look empty from the apron when you're working on your flight. You know, it's not as super detailed as the upstairs part, but it is detailed nice. I enjoy it. Yeah, more vehicles here. A lot of clutter. Like the clutter is, I love these towing bars. They're really detailed. Clyde, is that a real towing bar brand? Probably. 0% emission. They are very they're very conscious of the environment here. And another thing that I really do like is that when the jetway goes down, this does not sink in the ground. A lot of like less skilled, let's say, airport developers let this stairs sink in the ground, which is not very nice to see. Looks like there are dedicated vehicles. I should have taken a look. Take a look real quick. But as you can see, there are animated vehicles that go around that are dedicated to this airport. They are not like the generic ones. You could see that baggage cart and The fuel truck, they are definitely not generic. I wanted to see are the pushback tractors generic or they are dedicated. This looks like a generic one. They did not do dedicated pushback tractor, which is a little bit of a pity, but you know, forgivable. Not many do it. Just get close. It does look like the normal ones. I don't see any Stuttgart Airport logos or anywhere. Yeah. Oh well. It is diesel. It's not 0% emissions. Sorry, I'm passing in front of a Phoenix thing, and you know what I need to do. I need to play with the blades of the engine. Does it let me drag it? I don't know why it's not stopping it. Oh, there it is. I was forgetting that you need to click on the spinner there and then to stop it, and then you can make it start with the by clicking on the blades. Yeah, that's just a mind-boggling thing. Another aircraft is taking off there. Can't see who they are. Let's check out the just look at the level of details here. Just these chains. They are just look at these bolts. Like they are so detailed. They put so much work in this. Let's see the stop bars, the markings. What are they like? They are very nice and crisp, but nicely weathered. Again, anytime you want to climb back up, you can just climb up and go back into a jetway. Just look at these lights. They are so... Later when I turn to night, it's going to be interesting to see how they illuminate. But yeah, there are more gates here. Like downstairs gates. They seem to be empty on this side of the airport. And there is another working clock up there. It's definitely working. They did not put any people in here, I suppose because they are a little peripheral. So to save some resources, I suppose. You gotta pick your battles a little bit when you do an airport that is this detailed, I suppose. I believe they picked them pretty well here. I wonder what this car with the 3 dots here is. It has to be something, because you know. Here there is a satellite apron. More vehicles traveling around. sky tanking. Try not to get myself run over. Some hangars. Aerocrate logistic, cargo intake gate. Yes, there is some cargo operations on this side of the airport, but most of them seem to be on the other side of the airport. Here we have some bigger hangars, very nicely modeled. DCO Aviation, I believe that is. Let's look here. Just why people say, why would you go for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 over Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? Just look at how crisp the signage and the markings are here. It's a completely different word. I believe that's a Lufthansa Technik hangar or Lufthansa. Oh, I've been run over by a van. Where Lufthansa does its maintenance, they do not have interiors from what I can see. Yep, completely empty. I mean, we saw quite a lot of detail already. I believe that even if the interior of the hangars is not modeled, we have enough. See, all this work with the PBR, it makes it look natural, like realistic. I wouldn't say photorealistic, but almost photorealistic. And that's all it takes. Like a little bit of PBR to make your materials look natural. Otherwise, if you don't go through that little step, you really ruin your work. It look like plastic or something like that. And really could be better. There is a fuel tank here. And the parking area for the fuel tank, for the fuel trucks. Yeah, I mean, what can you see? What can you say about this? It's just look at these poles. They have so much detail in them. Like, look at that, like that string holding the cable, doing like the cable management. Like, who does that? Not many developers do that. I believe here they made a little mistake because there is a VDG ASTA which is not perfectly aligned. Well, more than one actually. These last three are not perfectly aligned with the pole. It happens. It certainly does happen. And here we have the 1%er part of the airport, the private jets and whatnot. In their hangars. By the way, so far I'm just showing you the airport with the real weather. This is the weather we have in Stuttgart today. Later I will change the time of day so that you can see the night lighting. Well, I've already been talking for 1 hour and my throat is kind of sore. I haven't slept yet because that's how I am. E-Aviation Business and Private Jet Charter, known Anger. Very nice. 3D signs and all. Yes, please, more like this. Okay. I believe we have seen a lot here. These are probably actually part of the scenery, I believe. Like these are static aircraft, because they have these tie downs that the default traffic of Microsoft Flight Simulator that do not have. And they're really nice, by the way. Okay, I am going to try and walk to the other side of the runway so we can take a look on that side, and then we'll conclude by showing the night lighting. I may put a cut in the video here and just make it like, yeah, this I believe it's from the, this is not a static aircraft from the airport, it's probably from the same. Like how they did this part with the grass coming out of between the slabs of the tarmac. That's really nice. And these two smokestacks down there are really visible. I love that. And here you can see all the lighting elements of the taxiways and the runway. They are fully custom. They are made to resemble precisely what you have in the simulator. Sorry, in the simulator, in the real airport. Oh, there is the fire. I'm gonna go and check the fire station. But first I'm gonna check all these taxiway signs. They're all custom. Like, look at the detail. They actually modeled the latches that in real life are used to open these things and change the light bulbs inside. Like, how crazy is that? Let's just check real quick the fire station. I was saying, I love how they did this grass poking out between the slabs, which is exactly what you would find in a real airport. That has a little bit of age on it, and has slabs like this, concrete slabs like this. Sorry if you hear me yawning a little bit. That's because it's literally 9 a.m. and I have not slept yet. I've been working a lot lately, and you know, the website does not run itself. Yeah, so this is the fire station with ambulances and fire trucks that are actually branded. Sorry, excuse me. As I said, I'm tired. Very nice modeling here. Like, pretty science. Flughafen Stuttgart. Feuerwacht. Feuerwacht. Is that correct? Germans in the comment, feel free to chime in, mock me if I'm terrible. Yeah, these are realistically with realistic liveries of this vehicle, and they're very, very nicely detailed. Just look at the detail of these nozzles up there. I mean, it's not like European Truck Simulator level of detail, but almost. I am impressed. Okay, well, let's go to the other side of the runway. I'm back for a moment just to show you these more custom lights here. They're really beautiful, and the aircraft is landing right now. And just look at the detail of these lights. What do we have here? A Eurowings that just arrived from somewhere. So let's take a look at the runway just since we are here. I love the grass in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's so good. Oh. Did this dude disappear? I think it did. Why? Okay, that's the first time I actually see a landing aircraft disappear. As you've seen before, they do park to the apron, so probably a fluke. I don't know what happened. More of this grass poking out from concrete slabs. Yeah, those smokestacks are definitely gonna be used as an approach landmark. Very nice and realistic tire markings here, rubber markings. Let's go check on the other side real quick. I'm going to put another cut here because there isn't much to see for a few minutes. And we are back, and here you can take a look at some warehouses from the cargo area of the airport through the fencing, which is very well detailed. Like normally 99% of developers use the default fencing for the fencing because they don't think it's worth making their own model, but that's not what Erlend does. He makes his own fencing, and look at how beautiful it is. Like it looks like realistic. And they have this little road that goes along the fencing like they would have. We are almost to the cargo apron, so I'm just gonna sprint there real quick. It looks beautiful. Nothing to say about that. More lights here, just the red lighting probably that supposed to mark the corners of buildings so that aircraft don't hit them. And here we are in the cargo area with some dedicated taxiway, DHL. Oh, DB Schenker, maybe it's a cargo thing. With the which is like in association with the railway, I believe. Well, I guess, I don't believe, I guess, because that's my guess. And there is a spinning radar there. Unlike the one on the other side that wasn't spinning. More of these taxiway lights. Blue taxiway lights are really nice. If I actually, let me show you something, because maybe I haven't shown it well enough before. Let me crouch. Can you see that the texture is actually, there's little hexagons in there? It's not just transparent, it actually has hexagons in the texture. I believe someone actually just landed. Let me see if that one actually goes to the taxis. Is it an Embraer? Yeah, this one is taxing. So that one that disappeared was some sort of fluke. Yeah, it went into taxi mode as soon as it exited the runway. Happens, I suppose. Nicely modeled trucks here. Rudolf, Aerotransfracht. They have some different models for the trucks. Hot. Handling und transport. See, there is some animated people in there. And here is the cargo apron. Oh, this is some nice detail here on these equipment. I wonder if you can climb these stairs. I mean, not these stairs, but these stairs to the radar. I highly doubt it. That would be overkill, but it would be so cool if you could. Nope. I'm still asking too much. See that the aircraft is taxiing to the gate nicely and happily. Move around equipment here. I'm going to finish this apron, get to that aircraft there, and then I am going to go back to my aircraft and take a look at the night lighting. But look at that, even from here, the main terminal, it has so much detail. It retains the terminal, the detail even at this distance, and it looks really good. Volkswagen, of course. VSL Airlines. A 737 cargo. From what I've seen, Stuttgart doesn't get many big heavies like 747s, but it does get a lot of like smaller and medium cargo aircraft. So nice detailing here on the gate. FedEx trucks. I wouldn't mind having some sort of vehicle to do these explorations, to be honest. These sound barriers are really well detailed. We'll leave from this side if we wanted to. Yeah, we can. Okay. Ooh, there is a helicopter in there. Let's take a quick look outside, just for a quick moment, to see how deep the detail goes. FedEx tracks. Volvo. DRF Luftrettung. I actually do not know what that is. If you know, as usual, chime in the comments. But nice that it's there. Can we just get out from this wall? Yep. Nice. This wall here. Can we actually go through the second wall? Yep. And there is this. And here we have the photogrammetry. So the airport nestles really nicely within the photogrammetry area of Stuttgart. So yeah, I am satisfied by that. Oh, you could just walk on this side. So I see. There is an entrance on this side. Swissport, of course there has to be some Swissport here. Oh, boy, I'm tired. I'm almost finished, luckily. I have to do this video today because I'll leave for FS weekend on Friday evening, and tonight I need to start working on, like, this afternoon tonight I need to start working on the weekly news video. This week in Flight Simulation News, which is going to be published on Friday, because I will probably need to publish it when I'm already out of my house, likely when I wait for my plane. Another big hangar here. There is some interesting things here, looks like. Should definitely look. And this fencing model is different. Interesting. They actually have different fencing models depending on the location, likely following what the real airport's like. Oh, some differently colored firefighting vehicles. What's in here? US Army? What? Okay, definitely this is not a generic one because it stays Stuttgart Airfield. US Army? Is there a US Army? Is there a US Army unit at Stuttgart Airport? I had no idea. If you know, please do chime in the comments. Definitely there has to be something, because that definitely is a US Army. And we do know that the US Army is stationed in several places in Germany, so that's certainly interesting. Now let's see, there is a helicopter there. I want to see what kind of helicopter there is. What kind of chopper are you? There it is. It's just... Oh, wait. Could this be just the firefighting model? Because that does not look like a real helicopter. It could be. Like a firefighting dummy. Sorry, I'm yawning. I swear I'm trying not to. Yeah, this definitely looks like just like a firefighting model of a helicopter and a car. That's interesting. Again, just look at the airport on the other side of the apron. It does not lose much in terms of detail. It really is very detailed. It looks great even from afar. There is some sign on that, and I want to see what's on it. And then I will go back. After I took a look at these buildings here, I will go back to my aircraft and we'll take a look at the night lighting, and then we're done for this video. By the way, this airport comes bundled with a bunch of airfield around Stuttgart that are very nice as well. I'm not going to walk around them because they're smaller, but I believe it's like 6 or something like airfield around Stuttgart. So if you like fly GA, those are good also. Hubschrauberstaffel der Polizei Baden-Württemberg. Polizei, so it's police hangar, I believe. I don't know the rest, like Baden-Württemberg, I think it's a German state? Is it the German state where Stuttgart is? Probably. I am not super duper like an expert of German geography. I'm sorry. I'm sure someone will be able to tell me in the comments. But yeah. We pretty much saw it all. I just want to really quickly check that end of the runway there, like that. Well, the end of the runway is actually all the way there, but there is some detailing here as well, despite the fact that it's so far. Some equipment and antennas. Very nice. And just look at how nice the airport is in this kind of valley, like a shallow valley, I believe. Like surrounded by hills. Just love the location of it. So yeah, I am going to go back to my aircraft and do the night lighting. Okay, back I am. So let's take a look at the night lighting. I actually want to move it like dynamically and see and check something out. See, that's exactly what I expected because I've read it before. Can you see the sunroofs? They're actually animating with time. That is crazy. And you can see the clocks as well. They're moving with time. That is some crazy detail. Is this I don't know. Has anyone ever seen something like this in a simulator, like in a simulated airport before? Because I have not. Now that we have seen this, let's go later. Just look at this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Really. Let's go past sunset. Okay, let's see. 8 p.m. is fine. so we can take a good look at the lighting. And I love how these light bulbs that I've shown you before, they were really nicely modeled. Just look how nicely they look. They're really nicely illuminated. And you also have the two smokestacks are illuminated down there. The airport has really nice lighting. All the elevated parts of the airport have signal lighting, which illuminates nicely. Let's go inside. The lighting inside the terminal is very realistic. I like it. Very well made. See and I like the fact that the landside area, they put some more like warmer lights, indicated that they may still have older incandescent light bulbs in here. And here, even pretty far from the aprons, you can see these red lights to signal that there is obstacles. Not all the buildings have them, but enough of them do. Let's see the apron lighting. Apron lighting are also really good, well made, I believe. See the lighting of the airside area. Same of the landside. Well made. Nicely realistic. I am satisfied. I'm still stuck at the sunroof that's moving, that's been animated. Like, who does that? Who is even going to notice? Because, of course, unless you know what you're looking for, this is always really nice. This is the nicely illuminated toilets as well. And this is what really, but who is going to notice unless they read it or unless they see this video? Who is going to notice the animated sunroof, because it moves so slowly that you need to notice that at different times of day. If you visit the airport multiple times, it has different positions, right? But I mean, who notices that? The idea that they actually put coding time and effort to make this work, and just thinking about, oh my god, we should model this sunroof. Why not, right? That's something special to me. Let's see the taxiway lighting. Those are like really nicely custom taxiway lights. Let's see how they illuminate. They illuminate nicely, realistically. Okay. See the other. The runway illumination is really nice. Do the puppy work correctly? Yes, I believe the puppy work. It seems to be the visual that I get. It seems to be correctly 3 degrees. Very nice rabbit approach lighting that go in from here, by the way. Animated. Another custom light model, I believe this is, for the runway lighting. Really nicely modeled as well. My god, you can almost read the labels on the side of these things. Look, goodness goodness gracious, just look at the level of detail and the quality they went to the model. These specific lights, I can find these, maybe they're here, this tower shape, maybe they're on the other side on the cargo aprons. Are these the same models? No, these are the flat models, see? And they're completely different. Just how much effort has been put into modeling every single light, right? I believe these are the tower shaped ones, or they're not here, they are somewhere now. This is still the cone shaped ones. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Found the tower shaped ones. Very neat. Like the incandescence, it's very nicely simulated. Look at that. So yeah, this is for the night lighting. So let's go back to the day. Back to real time. Boom. Sorry for the blinding effect. Here we are. So this is it for this episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 or Airport Walkthrough. I believe we saw pretty much everything we needed to see, and I believe that you should have more or less a good idea of whether this airport is for you or not. So as usual, if you have any question about the scenery or about anything else really, you can drop it in the comment. You know we'll love to read them, and we will try to respond to all the comments as soon as possible. And as usual, thank you for listening and watching this video for over an hour. I know our videos are long, we hope they are worth it. So we'll see you in the next. Thank you for watching. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. That's always super helpful. You can also leave a comment if you have feedback. We always enjoy reading them. Thank you so much for your time and attention. We hope to see you again soon here on Simulation Daily's YouTube channel and on the site. We have plenty of content coming, so stay tuned.